Hello and welcome. This is another Avatars 3.0 tutorial for VRChat. My name is Demo, and in this video we're going to be talking about quite a few different things. We've got buttons, toggles, submenus, and parameter drivers. And all of these will come together to make us able to change or close in VRChat. Because this is a little more in-depth and complicated than the things we've done previously, I'm not going to be building it all from scratch on video. I've already got it set up and running. I'm basically just going to show you what I've done to make this work, and hopefully I don't miss anything. So, the first thing you will need, of course, is an avatar with clothing options. You can see here on my avatar I have quite a few different clothing parts. Different shirts, different bottoms, different accessories, different shoes, etc. But we're going to be just doing part of them today, and hopefully you'll get the idea of how this works. So the first thing you're probably going to want to do, if you're setting up a multi-tiered outfit selection like this, is use submenus. So in my main menu, you'll notice at the bottom here I have a submenu that I've named Clothes. And in this is another VRC expressions menu that's called Close Menu. And this is the root of where our clothes changing system starts. Now, if you've forgotten how to make an expressions menu, just right click, create VRC scriptable objects, expressions menu. Now, I've already created these, so I'm not going to create a new one, but the close menu is where we start. So I've put them in a folder called submenus, just to keep them a little separated, more organized. You can put them wherever you like, of course. So the close menu is three things, in my case, and it's three more submenus. They're titled Outfits, Tops, and Bottoms. And all this does is the Tops menu will switch her shirt, the Bottoms menu changes the skirt, and the Outfits does both. You can, of course, add more things, like if I wanted to switch shoes or whatever, and still have the Outfits control everything else. And we'll get to that. So the first menu we're going to look at is Tops. And you'll notice the submenus in here each have their own expressions menu. However, at the top, you'll notice that the stage parameters are the same through every single menu. They have to be the same or it will not work. So you only get one stage parameter file, put them in all of your submenus, and that's the only way it's going to work. So from the Tops menu, I have three different options, and for here I've just labeled them Top 1, Top 2, Top 3, and these are all toggles. Now the toggle basically turns something on or off. The way I'm using them is if Top 1 is turned on, the other two are turned off. Same thing goes in the bottoms. And you have a parameter. In this case, I called it Top Choice. In the Bottoms menu, which looks exactly the same, I'm using Bottom Choice. Now, I used values 1, 2, and 0, 1, and 2. 0 is my default. This is what you see on my avatar right now. It's this tank top and this skirt are both zeros in their respective menus. This is important later on. It doesn't really matter which one you have as 0, but it's good to know, especially for organization, which ones are 0, because when you do the outfits, it may actually impact how it loads in by default. Like when you log into VRChat, what outfit will your avatar be wearing? So the outfits menu is a little bit different. These are all buttons and not toggles, but everything else is basically the same. You have your values. I chose 1, 2, and 3. And I have an outfit choice integer selected in here. So back in our stage parameters, I have outfit choice, top choice, and bottom choice, all integers, so that we can access these in the actual animation menu. Now, the animations are all done in the FX layer because this is not a transform, and only transforms are done on other layers as of right now. So I have 3 layers in here: outfits, tops, and bottoms. And tops and bottoms are basically exactly the same as far as the way they're constructed. Outfits is slightly different. So we'll start with tops, and I'll show you how this is done. The first thing you do is you make sure your weight is 1. Then from entry, you want your transition. Again, make transition. You right click, make transition, select your spot. The first one is the default. This is my default top. And as you can see in the animation name, it says top tank top. That's what she wears by default. So this is my default selection. Top 2 has an animation to change to shirt. Top 3 changes to a bikini. Now from any state, I have it transition to each one, and down here at the bottom, the conditions is just like the other things we've done, where your parameter, which in this case is top choice, equals 0, 1, 2. And don't forget that in the parameters tab over here, you must also have your outfit choice, top choice, bottom choice, so that it can actually access those parameters. And for that, it's fairly simple. The main thing you want to make sure is that there is no exit state, and that these are coming from any state into the tops, the different tops. Alright, the other thing I've done in these is I've disabled has exit time. This makes the switch faster, so it's instant. You can play with your animations and try to get it to blend from one to the other, but depending on the outfits, it doesn't look too well. If your outfits are more just color changes, it would blend easier, but if you're just doing a color change, there's actually better ways to do that. Look forward to a video on that. Alright, so now in bottoms, it's exactly the same. It looks for the bottom choice, in this case, equals 0, 1, 2, and this is again the default skirt that she's wearing. That's the animation it uses. Bottom 2 is the shorts, bottom 3 is the bikini. Now I will show you the very specific animations that I'm using, so that you kind of get an idea how this functions if you don't already know how to do the animations for clothes switching. And basically all this is in the first keyframe, we have all of our choices. The bikini bottom, the panties, shorts, skirt, and we pick which one we want. And then in the second frame, we pick what else we want. So in the case of, say, the shorts, you see the shorts is 1, everything else is 0. The second frame is exactly the same, and that's what you want, just a 1-frame animation that has the clothes you want turned on and everything else turned off. Alright, so now that we've looked at all that, we're going to go back into the outfits. And this is set up a little bit differently because it's using buttons instead of toggles. And because you can only toggle animations on a particular thing once, as in I have an animation basically playing for the top and an animation playing for the bottom. If I want an outfit that sets a shirt and a bottom, or a top and a bottom, I cannot have an animation that does that without disrupting the other two animations. So what we do is we use parameter drivers instead. So I have the entry go to weight, and from here our transitions look for our outfit choice, which equals 1, 2, or 3. And our outfits, instead of playing an animation, we add an avatar perimeter driver, which you can do by hitting the add behavior button, and it's right here under VRC avatar parameter driver. Once that's added, here I will redo this one just so you can see this since it is new. Parameter driver, you'll get this window. You can add a parameter. In this case we want 2 parameters, and it's a little buggy where it doesn't show any drop downs or anything. So if you just choose something else and then go back, you'll see a drop down here. And in this case we're choosing a top choice and a bottom choice. Now for this button, the value is going to be 0 because we want top 0 and bottom 0. This one, it's bottom 1, top 1, bottom 2, top 2. And then the exit is just a normal transition. You may want to play again with the exit times and the animations. I have them set to 0.1 for the duration, and exit time is unchecked for transitioning into the parameter driver. Transitioning out doesn't seem to have much of an effect, so I've left it alone. Now that's pretty much it. It doesn't seem as complicated when I have it all built out like this, but putting each thing in does take quite a bit of time, so I figured I would try to do this video a little quicker for you guys. So once, obviously, once all this is done, then you would go to your SDK, build and test, and switch back to the game. Now because I've already done this, I don't need to build and test, and so I will just switch back over to the game to show you how this functions. So what we've done is we've created a menu that says close. This is the first submenu that we made. Inside here are 3 more submenus: tops, bottoms, and outfits. So if we go to the tops, this is a toggle, and so you see this one has a little animation playing on it. Top 1 here, because this is the default. This is what it loads when the avatar loads in, and this is what will play by default. Oh. Sorry about that, some technical difficulty. Got disconnected from VRChat. Alright, so back into the menu. Expressions, clothes, tops. So this is the default outfit, like I said. This is the one that is currently playing. If I choose top 2, you see it changes the shirt. The animation changes to the other icon. This is top 3. Back to top 1. Same thing works on bottom Bottom 1 is the default, and you can switch to bottom 2. Now, the outfits do not have the animations on them because these are just buttons. But the way it works is when you hit outfit 2, it will switch both the bottom and the top at the same time. And that's how you can switch to a preset outfit. And when you have a separate outfit, you'll notice if you go back here, it's now on, the animation is showing on the correct item. But you can mix and match, and let's say start here, and then you want shorts, and the options are limitless, and you can leave it there. You can add additional things for like the shoes or accessories, more tops and bottoms options, whatever you like, really. I think that's about it. So thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any ideas for future tutorials or any questions or comments, please leave those down below, and have a good one.